Hello class, welcome to BIO60. This is human biology. My name is Elizabeth Bamer. I go by Beth. I've been teaching at LBCC for about 3 years now, teaching anatomy, physiology, and human biology. I wanted to give a little introductory video into this course and show you where to find some things on Canvas. So if you go into Canvas in your dashboard, you'll see our human biology course right here. I put a little skeleton guy on there so you can identify him. This is the opening welcome page, and you can read through. I would encourage you to read through the letter. The syllabus, how to register for My Lab and Mastering will be extremely important to do. Discussion forum guidelines gives you a rubric for how I'll be grading your discussion posts. Your human bio final paper grading rubric, it shows you the final paper that you will be assigned. This paper, I'll just open it up right now. This human biology final paper will be due at the end of the term, and I'll let you guys look at that on your own in a second, but I really want to take you through the syllabus. So let's first look at the syllabus. You can always email me or contact me through Canvas. Here's the dates of our class. It'll go extremely quickly. The required material, you will need this textbook, Biology of Humans, the 6th edition. You'll have to purchase the book access code, and that'll include the electronic book version and access to all of our online assignments. Here's the course website, how you can always get into Canvas. I'm going to scroll down a little bit to requirements. You need the access code, and you can purchase it directly by going to the Pearson website, or you can access it going into the My Lab and Mastering tab. And the My Lab and Mastering tab should be on the left side of your navigation screen right here. And we'll go into that together in 1 minute. You'll need computer access. This online course expects you to spend at least 16 hours per week to complete all the readings and posting and forums and online homework. So you'll need a reliable internet access. How your grade will be broken down, you'll have 5 exams worth 100 points each, and those will be available for 24 hours. I strongly recommend that you study all the course material every day in order to pass these assessments, because this is where the majority of your grade will be taken. Then you'll have mastering assignments that we will talk about. You'll have 23 assignments, one for each chapter. Those will be 5 points each. They'll be just graded on completion and the number of correct answers you get. There'll be discussions each week. So one for each week. There'll be 5 posts worth 30 points each. You'll have to, in order to receive full credit for those discussions, you need to make your original post, which is worth 10 points, by Sunday of that week. And you'll have to do your reply posts by Tuesday. You need 2 reply posts and 1 original post. And again, I provide you a rubric with how I will be grading those posts. Your original post has to be at least 150 words, and your reply posts need to be more than I agree or great idea, but a little more in depth for involving a discussion. There should be 5 groups to each discussion question that I post, and you guys can pick any group you want. All that I ask is once you join a group, just to stay in it. You don't want to go to different groups because that will be more confusing for you. The orientation exercises are all found in the introductory module, and you get 25 points for doing all these. So 25 easy points. Post a Who Am I entry to the discussion forum. Watch and provide feedback about 2 online learning videos in a discussion forum. Take the syllabus quiz, which you can use your syllabus as notes for, and you can take the mastering quiz assignment, which is also worth 5 points, found in My Lab and Mastering. And then the last part of your grade will come from the human biology related documentary. So you have to watch a science related documentary. You can find these on YouTube. You can borrow one online from a library. So you have to watch a science related documentary. It doesn't have to be incredibly long, but at least probably 10 to 15 minutes. And then write a 2-page minimum paper using 12-point font, Times New Roman font, double anything related to health or human biology. Use correct spelling, punctuation, and grammar, and you can also cite your sources as well. One thing about this is you should have your documentary idea approved by me by the 3rd week of class, and I'll send out announcements about that. So this is your grading breakdown and the total points possible. You need 70% to pass the class with a C, and you can see how you can get the rest of them. If you do want to withdraw, that's your responsibility. So if you don't withdraw from the class, you'll receive a failing grade. A little bit about academic etiquette and honesty policy. For your lecture exams, you are able to use your notes. So really, I won't, they're going to be difficult enough that you can, but you shouldn't open up another screen in Canvas. So if you take notes on a piece of paper, you can use those, but I'm able to see if you open up another screen in Canvas. So for example, if you search Google for something, I'm not allowing that at all. And I'm able to see if you're able to do that, in which case I would give you 0 points for that assessment. So you can use notes on a piece of paper, but you're not allowed to go to a different screen while you're taking the class. Here is the schedule. And again, this is going to go extremely quickly. The first week you have to get through the introductory module and then the week 1 module. Under each module, and I'll show you where those are found, there'll be reading to do from the textbook. You can complete homework questions, which are optional. I've created short video clips about each chapter. They are not all inclusive of the material, but they're a little bit shorter for you to watch if you'd like. You must complete the dynamic study modules. That'll help you learn the material in each chapter. And then what you get points for is completing the mastery assignments for each chapter, 5 points each. And then the discussion forum post, an original one, and then responses. That's worth 30 points a week. And then your exam 1 will always be at the end of each week, and I'll leave that open for 24 hours. So what do I mean by modules? Here are all the modules listed and the due dates. So let's go back up to your navigation screen. Your 3rd thing down should be modules, and this is probably the easiest way to take you through the work in the course. It might seem like a lot, but it's really the most organized way to keep you on track for working through. So the introductory module takes you through the letter, the Who Am I discussion post. If we take you to that Who Am I discussion post, you can reply giving a short and formal hello message. Just let me know that you've read through all my introductory material. Tell me why you're taking this class, what you already know about the class, and what you hope to learn. Back to modules in the introduction, here's your syllabus quiz. And if you open up that, and again, your screens will look a little different. This is worth 5 points. You get 3 attempts to do this quiz. So you can use your notes, use your syllabus to take this quiz, an easy 5 points. Back to the module. This is how to register for My Lab and Mastering. This document looks a little bit, and I don't have it up yet, but the how to register for My Lab and Mastering will take you through how to get access to the e-textbook. So from here's My Lab and Mastering. If you open this up and then click on the Open My Lab and Mastering, it'll also give you an option to sign in. At this point, you'll have to enter your access code, which you can buy through the bookstore or through the Pearson website. This will be what my home screen looks like. I'm not exactly sure what yours looks like, but when you open up My Lab and Mastering, you'll get here. And where you guys are going to be doing the majority of your work will be under All Assignments. You can see here a calendar view of when the assignments are due. So your mastering quiz is part of the introductory module. That's worth 5 points, and it just takes you through how this computer system works. But if you go to all assignments, again, mine will probably look a little different than yours because mine shows everything that you should have. Here's the mastering quiz assignments, which is worth 5 points. Then you'll see what I've labeled mastering assignments or homework. And the mastering assignments are what you get credit for. And you'll have a mastering assignment for each chapter. You can see the first modules here, 1, 2, 3, and 4 chapters. Those mastering assignments are shorter. There's a due date to them, worth 5 points each. I have access to all of your MyLab and Mastering. So the score that you get, I'll just input that score into your Canvas grade. And then the homework, this is just for practice. These are much longer. These questions, I think some take between 200 to 300 minutes. So I don't expect you're welcome to go through all of them. But these homework questions, Chapter 1 homework is down here. They are just for practice. There's no points associated with those. And then in the assignment section, you should also see what we call dynamic study modules. And I will put due dates for them. You're not getting points for completing these, but the due dates will just show you which dynamic study module chapters are for each week. And these modules basically take you through an in-depth study approach to each chapter. So here's the Chapter 2 study module, the Chapter 3 study module, Chapter 4 and the Chapter 1. So what I would encourage you to do is work through these study modules as your main source of gathering information and studying for this online class. Again, I provide you, if we go back to modules, I will provide you with my PowerPoint for each chapter, and I'll provide you, I haven't posted yet, with YouTube videos which are associated kind of mini lecture videos with each chapter. But please do those dynamic study modules for each chapter to help as well. For each chapter, I've listed clicker questions, and clicker questions are just example, like more review practice questions for you to work through. And then under each chapter, I have the assignment listing where I'll enter a grade for your mastering assignment worth 5 points each. So introductory model. The other thing you need to do in the introductory model is to watch 2 short videos and provide feedback, what you thought of them in a discussion. Here's a discussion form guideline rubric and the final paper grading rubric. So then each module, I've listed the week, the dates, and what's involved in each module, the chapters. So each module is like a unit. So you'll study these chapters on your own, you'll watch my videos, you'll work through the MyLab and Mastering assignments, you'll work through the dynamic study modules. You can also work on your discussion post itself. So I'm just going to take you through the week 1 discussion post. I encourage you to do this discussion post after you work through the majority of those modules. There will be 5 groups. So again, whichever one you pick, just stay in it, and there will only be allowed a certain number of people per group. And this is the question for the first discussion post. Compare and contrast passive and active transport mechanisms and give an example of each. This will be covered mainly in Chapter 3. So you really want to get a handle on working through these chapters way before Sunday, which is when this first discussion post is due. To receive full credit, I took this right out of the syllabus just to remind you that your original post must be made before Sunday. And to earn full credit, reply posts must be made before Tuesday. So that is a discussion example. And then you can see how you can reply. Once you click on a group, you'll be able to reply to other people as well. Keep in mind, you won't see other people's posts until you post your initial post. So back to modules. At the end of working through a module, the thing you'll want to do last is take what we call the lecture exam. These will be 100 points, not all necessarily 100 questions. You'll have between 90 and 120 minutes to complete them. There'll be multiple choice, true, false, maybe some short answer. And they will be based on the chapters in this specific module. So this first module will be based on chapters, lecture exam will be based on chapters 1, 2, 3, and 4. So in summary, you should definitely get familiar with how to use MyLab and Mastering. Get familiar. You do everything in the introductory module, and then we'll start jumping right into our week 1 modules. I look forward to a great semester, guys. Please email me with any questions, and I hope you're all doing well. Thanks.